Social media is a false prophet.
The weight of a truth is equal or proportional to the size of the mob. Isn't it ironic that we are thirsting for love in a sea of double taps? Tell me, culture, the social behavior of a particular people or society. It is wounded people click, wounding people click.
In this video, we navigate the vast landscape of social media, exploring its positive impact, the potential drawbacks, and the not so glamorous side. It's going to be a long ride, so get your popcorns and enjoy.
Social media brings valuable closer to you. Secondly is that you can make money on social media, and it's not one way, different ways you can make money.
People access opportunities, which is money is involved, but not just money, there are other opportunities that you can have beyond just monetary. It could be mentorship, it could be volunteering for something. But the fact is, social media levels the playing field in the sense of people you would never have met. There are things, opportunities you would never have had. Social media basically just puts you in front of their faces for free. I feel like is that access both to customers, to opportunities, to friendships. It's something that tops up every other benefit I think there is to social media.
There's this support system, and the fact that you can actually reach out to people on social media. It's my go-to place whenever I actually need help.
There can be a bad side of the good side, in the sense of you find valuable creators, which I've struggled to find since I've been in Nigeria. Nigerian TikTok is just people making memes. But then there's the danger of getting to the point where you mindlessly scroll. That happens to me. I don't open my TikTok because when I open it, it's hard for me to leave. It's engineered to fit what you want to see. It begs for you to be extra disciplined. It can easily become time wasting. If the content you like is bad influence, then it's higher proportion of bad influence. Because there are people who are literally living and building their lives off social media. Somebody on social media says, "You're a fine girl, we should be doing this," they run with it. Someone else comes and says, "Oh, what makes you think you're fine?" Like, I think I literally live off social media. So it's people that have self-esteem issues. It's possible to be swayed here and there. So I feel like those two things, time wasting and also negative influence.
Social media puts you under a kind of pressure. You can't be disciplined to not want to overshare. Maybe somewhere in your mind you like it. Having that mentality alone feels like you're looking for validation elsewhere. It actually puts you under pressure. Now, some people are very good with compressing that pressure and saying, "No, I won't share." Some people they like watching people that are actually sharing about their lives, even though they cannot share. Maybe their parents are watching, their pastors are watching, and they will not want to share. But it actually puts you under pressure. People get to know things about you that you unknowingly tell them. People connect different things. I would say this, that there are people that I have never met before and I can describe their houses. There are people that you can know how many people they have been with. It actually puts you unnecessarily out there, and what is more sad is that it's actually unconscious.
The way information can go viral, and then it's a good thing because you can share a valuable information to people and then they have access to that information. But it's in the same way that people share false news and then they say things not necessarily true, and then it also goes viral. I remember that there was this guy one time that committed suicide off of the fact that a lady shared an information about him that was not true about sexual abuse, and then it went viral and the guy committed suicide. It can easily be good, and that same value that makes it good still makes it bad.
I've gotten a lot of help from the app. I mean, I've met a lot of people from that particular app. I've made friends from there. I've worked with a lot of people that I met on the app.
For consumption on YouTube, I create content. I do Instagram because of the community. TikTok gives you more views, but I have a stronger community on Instagram. So I get most value from YouTube.
Instagram, I think I use that a lot. For work, I use it to buy stuff too. And I use it to check people out.
Because of what I do, I actually use Instagram a lot.
I would say lately I've been using Instagram, but I would say about 30 minutes. So I don't really use Instagram a lot. Yeah, I use X a lot. I would say I have to time myself because I don't really like this addiction thing. I would say about 2 hours. WhatsApp, once I drop people on WhatsApp, I'm off. So I'd say, let's say 30 minutes. So I'd say everything should be around 3 hours or 4 hours on every social media app.
In a day put together, if you put together WhatsApp, Instagram, I would say, okay, we can say 3 to 4, 5 hours maybe.
A lot of hours because I work on social media. I create content for myself and for brands, so I constantly have to be online to figure out current trends, what's happening, what's working, what's not working. So technically I work on social media, but I try to regulate it, so I would say 6 technically.
On the average, in a day, maybe 4 hours. That's a lie, but help me, it's more than 4 hours. So because of what I do, people reach out to me and send messages and want me to help them with this or that, and it's not free. So I have made money from social media, and I look forward to making much more money.
Absolutely. I have gotten 2 jobs this year. First one was LinkedIn. Person just texted me like, I see your content base. Can you send me a portfolio? And I did. And the person was like, I have a job for you. And then on Instagram, I post content, inspirational content. I don't post my work. I just mention it on my bio that I'm a content expert. And the lady messaged me and said she's looking for a content manager for a company. And I'm like, okay. From the interview, she saw that I know my audience. But then that was when I came to Nigeria in April. They literally suspended the project for 3 weeks. So wait for me.
A lot. Yeah, because my work is largely online. People reach out for work, so yeah, I do.
Well, I've actually gotten a lot of jobs on social media. In fact, I would say all the jobs I've gotten, they're from social media. It's just from people reaching out to me via LinkedIn and Twitter. In 2020, myself and a couple of friends, my classmates, we tried advocating for police brutality, and that actually led to a lot of threats. I had to actually leave social media. I had to leave both WhatsApp, Twitter. I was on WhatsApp for like a year. I was receiving threat messages just because I tried advocating for police brutality. I had anxiety from it. There were nights I could not sleep. I had panic attacks because whenever they were really blasting my phones with calls.
Yeah, when I started creating content on TikTok, everybody agrees with you on Instagram. But the moment you go on TikTok and you start seeing those 10K views, 20K views, people for no reason just want to. Maybe they disagree, but sometimes maybe they just want to be different. Because everybody in the comment section is saying, I agree, thank you for posting. Somebody comes and says, you're very stupid. There was one video I made about you're in your mid-20s and you don't know what to do with your life. This video is for you. I was encouraging people. Somebody came and said, no, this is why people are poor. And I'm encouraging people to be poor. A lot of different people insulted me because I was encouraging people to relax and not feel under pressure. But I had to learn that focus on the positives and leave the negative people alone.
Interacting on social media can look like a very harmless thing to do. Well, you're just dropping this information about yourself, that information about yourself. When you look deeper than it, you're actually giving people access to you. Say for instance, today you drop this about yourself, tomorrow you drop that about yourself. Someone can link up maybe like 3 things from 3 different videos or 3 different information that you have put together and have access to a side of your life that you don't want them to do. I'll just mention a few things that people can be exposed to. First thing has to be cyberbullying. Many times if I put up a picture or just a particular information and people can just say things that you didn't even expect. Being on the social media and interacting there actually exposes you to cyberbullying. When you write something, you don't know the extent to which people will take it. You don't know how people will react to it. So that's one thing. Second thing, and very major, has to be phishing attack, which eventually leads to the dark side of web and all of that. For instance, maybe someone sends you a very nicely framed message that has a link, and out of curiosity, you click the link. You know, cyber guys work on your mind. That is what they do for a living. They already understand you. That means they've studied your page. So that means that they will frame things that would fit you into it. So it keeps interesting you until you are lured to where they want you to be.
So addiction essentially is anything or activity really that you have grown dependent on. It means that you require it to be able to have some sort of functionality. So it means when it's taken away from you, it's very, very obvious in how you either talk, behave, or relate to people. And then we can now narrow that down to social media. The one way to easily recognize social media addiction is who you are on and offline. But online, when you have access to social media, you realize that if it causes you to neglect every other area of your life, it's beginning to have a negative impact. So it means you're not paying attention to either human relationships, to work, to goals you set for yourself. You just spend time online. Another way to recognize it is who you are offline. When you're denied access to social media. So you say you're run out of data, you have a low battery, the phone is lost. You know, who are you at that point? Are you cranky, angry, very short-tempered? That way you can easily recognize social media addiction. If it in any way alters who you know you to be, or you need it as a support to really go through life, it has become a very negative part of your life. Of course, this does not relate to if you're using it for work. First thing would be you need some sort of accountability, and that could be either by yourself, or usually it's best if you have someone else to be accountable with. So it could be by gradually reducing the amount of screen time you have. So it means if you find yourself doing 15 hours a week, you can give yourself a target, and within a month, I want to cut it down to 10 hours, and then gradually till you get to what you feel is desirable. The next thing would be to also begin to have a life offline, develop relationships, human relationships, work on your friendships, family, friends, such that even even without your phone, you have a life going on for you. One key thing that is really the issue, the value I would say people attach to it. There are two things people get from social media, and it's either you're entertained or you're being validated. Social media validation is very fleeting. Social media entertainment is very ephemeral. Behind it, what you really need to work on is the love for validation and the need to be distracted from your real life. Uncontrolled it is, but controlled and properly used, it's very powerful because it helps break the barrier of our normal human limitations. We're able to connect with people. So social media is a lot more positive than negative, but it can definitely be negative, even particularly for people who are not skilled in the use. Look at things like cyberbullying. Social media can be very negative.
Things are not always as they seem. You are seeing what the person wants you to see. So if you go ahead and define your life based on what you're seeing on social media, you might be living a lie.
In one sentence, I'll say that social media is having access to people beyond your physical reach, being able to have access to them.
Social media for me, I'd say, are tools of social interaction, but then they're technology enabled, right? In the sense that maybe before now, people used to come together in gathering places, but with the help of social media, you can have a pool of people who necessarily don't even know each other, who are not in the same geographical location, assemble on the same platform, and then they can have interactions. We know you have your own social media tales to tell, and we would really love to hear them. And that's why we're asking for your comments, your opinions in the comment section. So please share with us your interesting experiences, awkward moments. So you can actually just pick one of the questions and answer them in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. We're so glad that you watched it till this point if you're still watching. So please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like this video and share so that other people can have access to this amazing video. And turn on your notification so that the next time we drop a prank video like this, you will be the first to know. Thank you.